you very much for presenting this beautiful, touching story. So, well, I think the audience just enjoyed the film, but I would like to start with the first question. Yeah, you know, the immigration and also war and also traumas. These subjects are emerging right now in the world. But I'd like to start with your, I don't know, motivation. What did you just like decide to make the film? Maybe I can just translate it to Turkish first. Savaş, göç ve dokunaklı hikayeler. Bunlar şu an günümüzün güncel temaları. Ben Oliver Mers'e ilk soru olarak bunun çıkış noktasında motivasyon. Yani bu filmi çekmeye nasıl ikna oldun? Önce bunu sormak istedim.
Hello, thank you for being here. Thanks for the festival to invite me and for this movie theater to welcome my film. So my first idea, my desire to make this film, you know, I used to live for a long time in abroad. I used to live 12 years in China, so I was foreigner there. And when I came back to establish myself in Europe, I was interested to see how my country, Belgium, were treating the foreigners. So I had this idea to try to go to see in the asylum seeker center to see how was it. Everyone knew that through the paper, the news, that a lot of people arriving in Europe, arriving in Belgium, trying to find asylum, but how concretely the things were going on. And I had this.
Burada olduğu için çok mutlu olduğunu söyledi ve sizlere dinleyiciler olarak, izleyiciler olarak teşekkür ediyor. Kendisi de uzun süre Çin'de yaşamış bir göçmen olarak ve ülkesine döndüğünde, ülkesinde Belçika'da bu arada, ve ülkesindeki göçmenlerin durumu kendisini çok ilgilendirmiş ve bunu araştırmak için gerçekten de göç merkezlerine giderek bu konuyu kendisi de ilgilenerek araştırmış.
So, and what leads my curiosity was one question: how the adolescents were going to live this special time of the procedure. You know, when they arrive in Belgium, they ask for asylum, and it takes some time for them to receive a positive answer or a negative answer. And this time can last some years, sometimes 3, 4 years, sometimes more. And those adolescents, I mean, adolescence is a time of the life we need to anchor ourselves in the present and to project ourselves in the future. But those youngsters, they couldn't do that because their present is quite limited and their future is completely blurred. So I was interested to see how they were living this special time.
Tabii bu göçmen psikolojisinde özellikle ilgisini çeken şey ergenlik ve gençler, onları nasıl etkilediği. Çünkü biliyorsunuz ki ergenlik ve gençlik, bu gençliğin ilk yılları tam kişiliğinizi oluşturup orada var olduğunuz ve dünyayı tanımladığınız bir alan. Ve burada göçmen psikolojisiyle bunun nasıl birleşeceği konusu kendisine ilgisini çekmiş.
And well, so this is not like an idea of film, it's just a curiosity feeling which makes me move, you know. And coming from the documentary, I always start my project like taking a lot of time immersing myself in the reality I'm interested in. So I spent a lot of time talking to the asylum seeker, the parents, the children, the workers there. And step by step, I knew more about this reality. And with a friend of mine, we collect all those things and we crystallize it into a script.
Az önce söylemeyi unuttum. Tabii bu bir göçmenlik merkezine kabulünüz aylar yıllar sürebilir diyor ve bu yılların sürecin de dönemlerini takip etmek ilgisini çekmiş. Aynı zamanda bu genç nüfusun da
yeah, I was saying that I spend a lot of time there.
Oh yeah.
And
Kendisi de aslında belgeselden geliyor. Daha önce belgeseller de
Evet,
çekmiş.
onu soracağım.
Ve bu gözlemleri sırasında kendisinin arkadaş grubuyla da bir profesyonel ekiple çalışıp göçmen merkezinde birçok gözlem yaparak bu filmi oluşturmaya karar verdi.
And it's when I heard about this resignation syndrome that I really felt I could structure my film with those two polarities. You know, on one hand you have the life desire of those adolescents, you know, arriving in Belgium and wanted to do their best to enter in this society and to make their life there. And on the other side, I had this resignation syndrome symbolizing this abandon of hope.
Belçika'ya geldiklerinde bir yandan bir umut taşıyorlar ama bir yandan da diğer yandan da reddedilme korkusuyla birlikte o Asylum Center'da reddedilme korkusuyla birlikte bir aslında travmaya düşüyorlar. Bu travmanın bir sebebi de aynı zamanda ilk defa duymuş. Onun Türkçesini ben bilmiyorum. Nasıl çevrilebilir o o kızın yaşadığı hastalık var ya, uyku hastalığı diyebiliriz sanırım. Bu uyku hastalığını da ilk defa orada duymuş bu araştırmaları sırasında ve ilgisini çekmiş. Evet. Size dönebiliriz sorularınız için. Buyurunuz lütfen.
Öncelikle göçmen ve mültecilere de ev sahipliği yapan bir ülkede geldiği için teşekkür ediyorum.
First of all, she thanks you because of coming from a country that welcomes the immigration.
Sorumu zaten kendisi anlattı içerisinde açıklarken belgeselden geldiği için. Şunu öğrenmek istiyorum. 2018 ya da 2019 olabilir. Kefernohum filmi. Buradaki kastı mülteci kamplarında da olan yaşayan kişilerden alınmıştı oynayanlar. Kendisinde böyle, yani bu filmin içerisinde mülteci kamplarında olanlar da var mı yoksa direkt oyuncu mudur?
Okay, so the question is about Capernaum film from 2018. So in that film there were really people that were from asylum center, asylum seekers, and in that movie is there such a thing? Did you work with real asylum seekers?
Yeah.
In the cast maybe?
Yeah, the place we shot, you know, it's a real center. It was in function during the time of the shooting. There are 420 residents there. So all the extra you've seen in the film are people from the center, and some of them they play like second role, etc. And some of them they played also. They were working with us on the crew, and the two.
Okay, so filmi çektikleri yer gerçek bir göçmen merkeziymiş ve oradaki ana oyuncular değil, onlar oyuncu aslında ama arka planda gördüğünüz kişiler, figüranlar ve onlar gerçekten de o göçmen merkezinin yani orada kalan kişilermiş yani.
Anladım.
Ve 420 kişi varmış o
Kampta. Anladım. Teşekkür ediyorum.
And the two main protagonists, the two girls, Noura and Mila, Jaya and Mila, they are actually they have a similar story.
Okay.
In a sense, we didn't find them in that center, but Jaya, her real name is Noura. We found her in a center in north of the France, a center for migrants, asylum seeker, but without parents, you know, because she was minor at that time. And she crossed the Mediterranean Sea when she was 14 and a half. And the shooting happened when she was 16.
Yeah.
So she has a history linked with this character. And
Şimdi bu başroldeki iki kızın da benzer geçmişleri var diyor. Bunlardan bir tanesi işte 14 yaşında, o Jaya diye gördüğünüz kız ve ailesi olmadan göç ettiğini söylüyor.
and Mila, her real name is Sofia. She's not Belarus. She's coming from Donbass. Ukraine.
Donbas.
And but she's a Russian speaker.
Mhm.
And she arrived after the war in France with her mother. And yeah, the casting process was very long. Like it took me more than 1 year. We saw a lot of people because we needed to find two girls who could really like incarnate those characters. The film was really written, you know, not. It was really written, but at the same time, it's really linked with that reality. So I had to find real actresses who didn't know they were actresses yet because it's first appearance, and at the same time, girls who we could feel they are connected with the story of migration. They don't speak perfect French, etc. And we had to find girls who connect between themselves because it's a story about friendship. So it's a long process.